Hi everyone, it's Clyde at Vibrant Soap, and just a brief introduction today. I'm going to be making, for the first time, a new soap called, what's it called now? Vibrant Amber. So new I forgot the name. It gives me some excuses to play around with a little bit of gold, and I use a little warm color scheme with the addition of a cool color. And I'll just get started with the color tutorial so you can see what I'm going to do. I'm going to have basically warm colors in this soap. So let me just get them down there. There's my yellow, orange, and you can see on my color wheel here I have the yellow and orange there. But right underneath there, with that sliding part of the wheel, there is a sliding scale of just plain old values of black and grays. So I'm going to go for a black in this soap. And the neutrals will go just about within anything. And I kept looking at that color scheme, and I thought, I always like to put a punch of some surprise in the soap. So I am going to add, and this is when you talk about generalizations with the color usage. In general, orange, which is the brightest color here, would have a complementary color of blue. But sometimes I don't want to be, play strictly by the rules. So I'm going to generalize and say that anything across the color wheel I can use for the soap. And I really like this teal blue or turquoise blue. So I'm going to include that in the soap as well. And I think, doing this with watercolors first, I can really see how it looks together. And I think it really looks great together, as opposed to just a straight on blue. And I can test that also. So that's really nice too. I like the intensity of that blue, but I've done so many soaps like that. So what I'm going to do is just use what you see right there: turquoise, orange, yellow, black, and white. So again, even though you can't see the white, I'm going to put it down there. And that's my color scheme for the day. So only one blue color out of all these colors. So that's going to be my accent color. That makes everything pop. Okay, so let's start the soap. Okay, let's blend the clays and milk. There goes the line, and then we'll speed things up. Okay, let's add the color and fragrance. Let's start. There's a lot of colors, so I'm going to work pretty quickly. There's my white, yellow, orange, turquoise, black. I think I want a little bit more of all the colors. And a majority of this is going to be gold. So here's my gold mica. Gold is not a very dark color, so I'm going to mix my white. Just giving the colors a head start with a little stir. Nice turquoise. Black. Okay, so now let me get the fragrance in there. It's not supposed to accelerate. Start off with the white. These just get a little. Most of it goes there. Starting off with my white, gold. That's a nice color. It's almost like natural soap color, but a little bit of gold in there. Here's my yellow. This amber fragrance smells really good. Sort of a non-specific fragrance too, so I wanted that to play around with the design a little bit. If you have a blueberry, you're kind of compelled to make it blue. Okay, give everything a little bit of a blend. It's behaving itself. I think I was successful in getting bubbles in each one of those, so let me give them a stir. The gold is my base color. Okay, there's my warm colors, and I've got my spatula that I stirred my turquoise with earlier. Okay, and I want to pour these colors to maximize the contrast. So the gold is sort of a middle ground there, and my black is the darkest. I think I'm going to go with the turquoise. I'm going to pour it all, and I'm going to pour directly across from the pour spout this time. That one will go to the white. And I'm not going to scrape any of this into here. I'm going to use a separate container for my extra soap. Yellow. Black. And then the orange. Okay, now let's make some room and show you what I'm going to do. Okay, so when someone was talking about the spin swirl, they talked about putting it on a spinner, and I have a Lazy Susan under there. And I'm going to start in the middle and spin it as I pour it. I'm going to try to keep the pour to make a big giant O. And then head toward the outside, because I want the outside to get some of this color too. Then spiral in to the center, and then the outsides again. This is where I'm going to put my excess soap in. And I've got a little bit of gold mica in my base oil. And I'm just going to dribble that in a spiral too. And that's basically just because the theme of the soap is vibrant amber. And I don't mind just splashing that on. I'm not going to touch it. I'm tempted to, but I don't mind those little gold beads. I'll show you that up close before I put the dividers in. It gets some of that feathered look that I got when I poured it in the loaf mold. So we'll see how this turns out. It's all an experiment, so I can work on improving that if I see how it turns out and it needs any changes. Okay, let's get the dividers in there. Making sure every soap has something interesting going on, and I think it does. Some of it didn't get the bright orange on top, but I think some of the lower layers have some of that too. So yeah, so this is a different tweak on the in the pot tiger swirl thing that I've been playing around with. So it's really interesting here. I can't wait to see it cured out. Of course, I'm going to spray this with some alcohol so that it doesn't ash on me, and I'll show you the unmolding. Okay, let's unmold vibrant amber. You can see how well they slip out of the mold this time. Oh, I think they'll slip right out. You can tell when it doesn't stick to the edges. It's nice. There's one. Little drops of gold mica. It's neat they left little indentations to it. Adds to the texture. I was going for more of an abstract look to this. And you knew that that orange and that teal color would look really well together, like the edges. I'm curious in how other people color their amber soap. I'm also curious in how people get their color ideas. I got this gold shimmer mica. Let's go ahead and take the dividers out. I think I can get pretty close to the camera now that I have a new one. I love this natural looking color to the soap, and there's only a little bit of titanium dioxide and gold in that, so it gave it a little bit more color. Alright, so let me clean these up and show them to you. This is Clyde at Vibrant Soap. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.